Okay, good morning everyone. This is the Clash of Kings Addict. This will be a Dragon Campaign playoff. Looks like we have 45 seconds before the match. So the match we'll be doing is TNR Northern Lights versus AAA Glory. So this should be a pretty good match. AAA is a strong team. Both these teams are strong teams. I tried to do a BK1 Dragon campaign, but for some reason my internet connection was terrible. So it ended up glitching out and error. So I apologize for that. I was just doing some editing. I'll go ahead and do a little sample. We had Kingdom 1541 in our KVK, so we had a pretty big battle with these guys. I took a pretty big shot. I actually defended a couple. But those will be in my upcoming video that I'm editing, currently in the process of editing right now. So, alright, so it looks like we can enter. We're just going to drop down onto the map. Yeah, so again, I really wanted to do BK1 and do Dragon Campaign, but something was going on with the internet yesterday, so I apologize for that, but we're going to end up watching this one instead. So it looks like TNR is on the blue side. Not a lot of castles showed up yet. AAA on the red side. I believe AAA is Osman Zhang. And a bunch of other well-known strong Chinese castles. A lot of these I won't be able to pronounce their names, so. So it looks like 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go till the start. It looks like TNR isn't even going to show up, so we'll see. They still got a couple more minutes to land. This is actually not one of the championship matches. This is the top 4 matches were played yesterday and this morning. This is for the 3rd and 4th place teams in Dragon Campaign playoffs. So not a lot of castles on TNR showed up. Let's see if we can check out some of these. 56 Lord. See, Susie M is a 60. Yumu is a 54. Night Hunter's a 57. So it looks like AAA is going to take this one because TNR is not really going to show up. So here we got Zhang, Knight, and a few we can't pronounce. So here's Osman Zhang, Lord 60. Most people know this guy. Let's see who the Knight is over here. Another Lord 60. Yeah, so the competition on third and fourth place won't be as high. Just very unfortunate. My internet yesterday, something happened with my internet. I wasn't able to stream BK1. BK1 and Do yesterday. BK1 won that one. It was a very bloody battle. Probably about at least twice as many castles per side showed up for Do. So 20 seconds to go. And it looks like only 7 castles for TNR. So AAA's got more castles landing. We'll see how this goes. We'll watch. I actually do have some gift codes to hand out too for this stream. I'll have some for the championship match as well. So looks like AAA starting out doing some teleporting. They got one ported south, one ported kind of central. I'm pretty sure TNR isn't going to do a whole lot of moving. Okay, so they have a couple more castles showing up. So they could potentially take some castle rallies or do a little bit here. AAA doesn't have a whole lot of castles, so this is the runner-up bracket. So we'll give them a little bit of time to get some battle reports going and see if maybe somebody wants to defend the castle rally or something. So today my internet seems to be working a whole lot better. I don't know what was going on yesterday. KVK yesterday too. I ended up, like, it took 2 minutes or so for battle reports to load. So I don't know, the last like day or 2 or even 3, the internet's been really bad. So we've got a couple TNR castles open. Let's see how long it takes these guys to get hit. We got Yumu, Lord 54, 600 million power open. We got Alex, Lord level 52, 300 million power open. So we'll see how long it takes for some of these castles to get attacked. Looks like QQ, Lord 56 also open. So we'll see how this goes. As of right now, it's 0-0. AAA full control of the board. Not the most exciting match when one of the teams doesn't show, but hopefully they get bored and start attacking each other's castles. And of course I'll give out a couple codes. And then don't forget to keep an eye on my page today, because I will be dropping a KVK video, Kingdom 97 versus Kingdom 1541. So that will come out today too. So it should be pretty fun. So it doesn't look like TNR has a whole lot of castles available to rally with. And it looks like AAA has gone ahead and attacked a couple of them. So here we go. So Alex took a shot. Very low stats to be open. These are real losses here in Dragon Campaign. So I'm not sure what he was thinking, being open with 88% defensive damage and 88% defensive damage taken. So 36 million losses right there. And then he was finished off. This knight's pretty strong. 1400, 1500, 1600. Wow, look at this though. So this is some of the best siege stats I've seen. 1593 siege attack, 1405 siege defense, 700 siege HP. That's even higher than Daywalker, I believe his name is, or from BK1. He's a siege player. So this is some pretty good siege stats. Let's see what let's go ahead and just look at this battle report and see what he sent. So he's attacking with Saneda Yukimaru. Basically infantry, some siege. Look at that though. Level 80 T13 siege. Fully maxed out T13 siege. 40, it looks like only 50,000 tough T13 Grande Siege level 80s got 2.3 million kills. These are these siege marches. Nice elephant kills, but see, don't get excited like this is something that just everybody can do. Not everybody's got level 80 T13 siege with 700 HP. So they just sent small numbers of archers, small numbers of everything else, increments, but mainly some siege. Maxed out level 11s. So that's pretty interesting. Kind of interesting to see that. So let's see what else we got here. And then they hit Yumu. There's a single. Yumu's not too bad. Couple single attacks on him. So there's a couple more castles in here now, but AAA is pretty dominant on the board. Control everything. 24 plus points per minute gain, rate gain advantage. Let's see here. Any more battle reports? So here's a rally attack on Yumu. 6.6 million, hitting about 70, almost 5 million, 75 million troops. Yumu's stats pretty decent. 291 defensive damage taken. So looks like TNR has got a few more castles showing up here. No other battle reports. Basically, they're going to sit there and try not to die. AAA doesn't have a whole lot of castles here. Here's that new nameplate everybody likes. So this one doesn't look like it's going to be all that exciting. So we'll just kind of try to keep ourselves busy. I'll hand out some gift codes as we go. Looks like we got another castle attack. So another rally by AAA. There's 9 million losses. Yeah, stream's a little better today. I don't know what happened. I just want to apologize again. BK1 Do was going to, I mean, that was a hell of a match. It's just terrible I wasn't able to get that recorded. I mean, I saw it, but nobody else saw it. I went back afterwards and checked my stream and saw that it was so glitched out. The network connection was so bad that YouTube didn't even upload more than 11 minutes of it. So it was an hour and 25-minute stream that YouTube only uploaded 11 minutes of. So if that tells you anything. The rest was just all garbage. So we'll just go ahead and look at some of these interesting stats. AAA on the left here, 1600 infantry attack, 697 infantry HP, 1600 cav attack with 564 HP, 1600 archer attack with 600 HP, and then look at these siege skills. 1609 siege attack, 1431 siege defense, 782 siege HP. Not many people have their siege stats up there. Not many people have their regular stats on anything over 700. This guy's got 782% siege HP. That's big. So that's why you're hitting somebody this hard that's got 80 million troops, decent stats, with 221 defensive damage, 179 defensive damage taken. So the defensive damage stats are moderate, but those are some high siege stats. So 1474 AAA to 222 TNR. Not very competitive this match, but some decent reports. A lot of castle hits. Ooh, so Osman with the hit. Let's check out Osman Zhang. He's one of the top players in the game. He comes in with the following rally. 17 million real losses. What's Osman's setup on? So Osman's basically just maxed out on everything. Infantry's over 700. Cav 1700, 600 HP. Archer 1700, 700 HP. Siege is a little lower at 1436, 647 HP. And then offensive damage 278. Offensive damage taken is 268. So Osman Zhang's a beast. We'll go ahead and look at some of these more rare attributes. So Osman's infantry basic HP is 6. Everybody's been trying to find that infantry basic HP. Been happy to get like 1. Osman Zhang's at 6. That's pretty impressive. So let's see here. Did TNR get any more castles to show up? No. So it looks like QQ went ahead and shielded. Looks like we got another castle attack here. So they went and shot at Yumu again. Yumu's a pretty strong defender. Hospital held, 7.4 million wounded. .291 defensive damage, 231 defensive damage taken. So Yumu's got some good stats. Again, hit with that siege rally, 1609 siege attack, 779 siege HP. I've seen a couple people getting success with those siege rallies. I know you guys, if you didn't watch some of the other streamers who streamed BK1 versus Do in the other languages, you'd see there was another siege player there in BK1 rallied Troublemaker with a siege rally. Trouble actually defended a few rallies, did really well. Just a shame I wasn't able to get that streamed. So AAA 1746, TNR 355. This is going to be dominated basically AAA all the way. Not as many castles showing up either side. I don't know if that's just they don't have as many, or they only wanted to field the castles that they felt comfortable with being able to defend, or what. Most of the other matches have had quite a few players. Alright, so we got some more rallies. So again, Yumu taking defenses. So Yumu's going toe-to-toe with Osman and all these guys, really. That's a heavy rally to take a defense from. Hospital held. So yeah, Kingdom 97 had Kingdom 1451 in KVK this week. We had what's his name, Ace and Frankie and Lions Roar. Those there was quite a few Lord 60s, 50s, 59s, 58s. They're a big team. I don't know if anybody caught that, but they had been. I streamed them earlier, and they'd made it pretty far in Dragon Campaign playoffs. I believe they were a top 8 or top 16 team, so they did pretty good. I will be putting that video out shortly after this. That's what I was doing right before this Dragon Campaign, was I was editing. So as soon as this match is over, I'll go ahead and finish up the edit on that and post that one. A lot of battle. 1541, they fought. They beat us. We lost that one, but we at least made them bleed a little bit. We landed some good hits on them. A lot of our main guys took rally defenses. We ended up hitting Glory. I don't know if anybody knows Glory, but we shaved a few 100 million points off Glory. He decided to go to sleep without his shield on, so we hit him with a few rallies. Let's see who's at the Crystal Mine. So Zhang's over here at the Crystal Mine. Not a lot of TNR showed up after the initial group. It looks like we got one more open. Let's see if there's any more battle reports. So it doesn't look like anything new. Yumu doing really well with the defenses. QQ took a big shot there. Another big shot there. These are real losses. So Yumu defended 3, it looks like. 4. So 3 rallies he defended. A couple solo attacks he defended. Yeah. So this Yumu guys, he's fighting. So from spectator we can't see the up battles, but it's possible they got more attacks on them. They're reinforcing each other. Okay, so he ported. Looks like he ported probably to avoid an attack. So AAA is coming after him. Let's see if anybody attacks this Night Hunter. Lord 57, 676 million power. So it looks like Yumu did move out of the way, have a rally there. Okay, so I'm going to find my list here and give out a reward code. Wherever it's at. So I'm doing some remodeling at my house, so I've got to find it. Okay, so I will have somebody look around and see if we can find those, and then I'll give out a reward here in a minute. In the meantime, let's see if anybody else has been hit. So Yumu took a hit. Yumu is just defending rally after rally. So this Yumu, he's a beast. Lord 54, 600 million power, 1.7 billion kills. Just defending rally after rally. It's pretty impressive. Looks like we got castles moving at Night Hunter. He could have a rally going at him. Maybe he might have a double. So he's got some marches moving towards him. He recalled, and yes, so it looks like he was attacked. We'll give that a minute to load, and we'll look at the report there. Okay, so Yumu took another defense, looks like. Just fighting him off. Okay, so Night Hunter takes a shot. 7.2 million losses, 8.2 million wounded. That's a decent hospital capacity, but still. And the stats aren't bad. So whatever Yumu is defending with, we'll have to take a look, see what he's got in his castle. That Yumu is, he's just not burnable. So AAA is in full command of this one. 2453 to 560. They're going to win this one. This is in the runner-up bracket. So they got some castles shielded. Here's a Supreme golden chest skin. Pretty cool looking. The big dragon wings. We'll just keep an eye on TNR base because it looks like this is where all the action is. So a couple of them moved. It looks like we've got a couple of them moved out of position. Yeah, so they don't want to take any more hits there. So they're moving to avoid. AAA has a strong couple of rally setters, so you don't really want to take too many hits. Okay, so I will see if I can grab. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my notepad and see if I got my gift codes, and then we'll hand out some gifts. So no, not too many TNR castles showed up. This is still the same 10 or so. Okay, so I found my gift codes. So we're gonna go ahead and ding match. Okay, so basically, because I don't know if there's very many people in here, we'll just start with one easy question. Okay, I gotta plug my phone in. So, first question, just to give out the first gift code. Whoever can type in the chat box first. Okay. I'll go ahead and wait. We'll look at some battle reports while we wait. So they're going to continue hitting Yumu. So here's a new target, MITS, with the defense. So they hit MITS and Yumu, both with pretty solid defenses there. Okay, so evidently my streams lagged out again there for a second. So I'll repeat the question.